Hi, Dave here, the Bumaris Echo, and we're still blogging about Thailand on this series of blogs, or vlogs, and we're going to talk about the sex scene in Thailand. But a couple more emails wanted to know the difference between Pattaya and Bangkok. Pattaya is cheaper and there's a beach. Other than that, not a terrific amount. Somebody asked me why I didn't go to Pattaya anymore. Well, I feel that the city's outgrown the sewage system, and in the dry season it's starting to smell a bit. Another email I had was, what's this about no paper down the toilets? Yeah, their toilet system is a bit like Greece, really. They don't want you to put paper down the loos. And also there's someone asked me, why is there a shower by the toilet? And it took me a minute to think what he meant. And there's a hose with the trigger on it, and it's for washing your bits. And once you get used to it, you don't use much toilet paper, and you can put the toilet paper's only wet then, isn't it? Just put it in the bin, so you're not going to obstruct the drains. Some places in Bangkok, except for the bigger hotels, you'll find that in the daytime it's a purge, trying to get any water at all. Again, it varies from place to place. But if you're on the coast in Pattaya or anything like that, yeah, don't throw loads of toilet paper into the toilet. Wash your bot or your bits with the little hand shower, and just dry yourself with the toilet paper and put it in the little bin that's provided, and that way everyone's going to be happy, aren't they? So okay, what was the other thing I was asked? If I find it, I'll come back to it. Okay, sex scene in Thailand, and we'll talk about Bangkok, Pattaya. Situation is very similar. The Thai attitude to sex and the like is they're very laid back about it. Again, you're going to get my personal opinion on this, so take it or leave it, up to you. But I can assure you, not all Thai ladies are, in inverted commas, available. If you don't know a Thai girl, don't touch her. She'll scream the place down. If you're dancing at a party, don't launch yourself up to a Thai girl sitting down and say, come on, come and dance with me. Not done. The Thais are actually very conservative about life in general, so please bear that in mind. So, the other thing you should know is prostitution is illegal in Thailand. Hard to believe in some cases, but it depends what you term as a prostitute. Not a phrase I like, not a word I like. Okay, we'll get to the bar girls, the go-go bars and the massage parlours and things like that. Okay. If you go down in Pattaya, go to Walking Street. Well, if you go to Pattaya, go to Walking Street. It's an eye-opener. It's a must-do on holiday if you're there, I guess. And there are a lot of go-go bars there. Nudity and topless is illegal if it can be seen from the street. So all this is either away from the street, second floors, behind closed doors, things like that. You will see in the bars that are open to the street, you might see one of the girls trying to pole dance, but she won't be topless or naked. And these little girls that are working on the bars, I'll give you an example. If you go right down Walking Street, on the right hand side towards the far end, there's two big covered areas with boxing rings in. Great to go down and watch a bit of Muay Thai. It's probably fixed, but you know, you can watch it. And the winner comes round with his towel afterwards for tips. That's how it works. But I think there's about, I don't know, 15, 20 little bars, and it might be 2, 3, 4 little bar girls working in each one. And you sit at the bar, they'll give you beer, salty peanuts, they'll play little games with you on the bar, and They're on a commission, so the longer they can keep you there, the more commission they're going to get, you see. And you might take a liking to one of these girls. They're very pretty, they're very smiley, they've got lovely teeth and smile, some have beautiful complexions, and you might think, oh yeah, I quite fancy her for, you know, and you say to her, you're very beautiful, would you like to come for a drink with me somewhere else? And she might say, oh no, no. And you think, well, why not? So, well, why not? Oh, I don't go with Falang. Now that might come as a shock to a lot of people. There are girls, bar girls, who are not available for sex because in some cases they own the bar or they pay the rent, they're the boss, the mama-san. And in some cases they might have a Falang and he's living in or near, you know, on the outskirts of Pattaya, and at the end of the day she goes home to him. So not all bar girls are available. But if one does sort of, well, yeah, okay, you're a handsome man, you then have to pay the bar fine. That's everywhere. If you ask a bar girl to go out with you, well, let's put it that way, put it nicely, you pay a bar fine. So then you agree with her what her gift is going to be. And also at the same time what you're going to get in return. You may well go back to your hotel after a few drinks and perhaps a meal and find out that she will say no to something that you're asking for. And if you didn't agree to it at the beginning, well, tough, you're on the wrong. If you try and chuck her out, she's going to go and get a policeman and come back. You will end up paying. So just, you know, be sensible, be nice. A bar girl, in a lot of cases, I'm not going to call them prostitutes, no, it's not a phrase I like. They are perhaps divorced, they've got a child or two, their mum and dad or mum or whatever, you know, the parents are looking after the kids, there's bills to be paid. And also in Thailand and Buddhism as well, you have the payback system. Mom and Pa paid for you and brought you up. Now they're old, it's time for you to pay it back. And this is expected of the girls. Not so much from the boys, but it's certainly expected from the girls. So if they give you, if you say to them, well, why do you do this? And they give you the story, oh well, there's bills to pay and Mom and Pa and my children to feed, to go to school and have clothes and everything else. They're not spinning you a yarn, it's more than likely is exactly what it is. It's the truth. They won't tend to ask you for any more than you've already agreed anyway. So that is the other bit. And I should say that you should always check her ID card. All Thais carry their ID cards with them. They're very proud of them. Thailand does have a different year system to us. But it is printed on their ID cards in our 2018 now. Just have a look at the card, make sure it's her in the picture. You do not want to be caught taking an underage girl back to your hotel. Not at all. The Thais are very, very strict on that, so just be aware of it. You might go back to your hotel and you'll find that when you go for your key at the desk, whoever's behind the desk will ask for her ID card, and they will keep that ID card until she leaves and make a note of her name and your room number. So if anything untoward happens, it's traceable. This is why I don't recommend that anybody pick up a freelance girl. You see them on the promenade in Pattaya. Pretty girls and very quiet. Or sometimes you'll be approached by another girl, or sometimes a bloke, sometimes a brother, well that's what he tells you, and the freelancers. So you don't know where they work, they probably won't have an ID card with them, and you could end up with a roofie in your drink, wake up the next morning, everything's gone. And what you're going to do, you won't remember what she looked like, let alone what happened to you. So steer clear of that one, yeah? Obviously, well, obvious to me, there are guys that go out to Thailand first time, and in my opinion they shouldn't be issued with passports. They take so many chances when they're over there between getting drunk and breaking the laws and pushing their luck, and then they will go with a girl they've never met before, they don't know her history, and they will not use condoms. It's all the, oh, I never use those. Well, if you want to get HIV, other STDs, genital warts, stuff like this, you go ahead, mate. But if you're wise, if you've got an ounce of brain, condoms, very important. Going back to the taking the girl back to your hotel and then finding out she doesn't want to do something that you want to do. Because she's a bar girl doesn't mean that she'll... got to be careful how I put this now, because I don't want to put an age restriction on this film. 3 into 1 doesn't necessarily go. So you agree before you set off everything that's going to happen. You know, that way you're not going to get any surprises and you're not going to be disappointed. Okay. A lot of the girls will say, oh, you want that, you go and buy Ladyboy. Now that should explain it for you. Oh, while we're talking about ladyboys, well, yeah, okay. Down Walking Street you'll see the ladyboys. They're very convincing. Now, some of them are actually stunning, and there are a lot of guys think, yeah, I'm going to give it a go. Up to you, mate. It happens, and from what you know, I've met quite a few ladyboys, and they're good fun and they're very entertaining. They've got a sense of humour, and they've told me that a lot of guys come over there and they're not gay, they just fancy going with a ladyboy. More power to your elbow if that's what you want, great. But one thing you should remember is a lot of the hotels will not let ladyboys in as a partner with you. They're considered no-goes. So perhaps check quietly with someone in the staff in the hotel. They won't embarrass you or anything like that. They're used to it. Just say, is it okay if I bring a ladyboy back? And they'll say yes or no. It's simple as that. No harm done. If you've got an apartment, well, fine. It's up to you, isn't it? When you, I know a few guys actually have gone out for the first time, and it's to Thailand, and have inadvertently picked up a ladyboy, and they haven't found out until they've got back to their hotel room that there was a little bit extra down below, and you know, so it's not, I wouldn't say it's obvious when you meet ladyboys. If you're going out there for the first time, you're not going to be looking the same as a guy who, you know, who's been out there many times or lived out there. Ladyboys, they are very pretty, or looking very pretty, and you don't notice the signs. Some of them are very petite, so height doesn't come into it. You don't notice the Adam's apple, because very often they'll go and get an operation to get it shifted. But generally it's broader cheekbones, a bigger brow, and hands and feet. I think the average shoe size for a Thai girl out there is probably 2-3 in our shoe size as UK, whereas a ladyboy is going to have 6, 7, 8. So that's a help. But I say some people want to give it a go, up to them. While we're in that direction, there is a gay scene out there. It's quite open. There is a street goes off Walking Street called Boys Town. Now I haven't been down there, but I just assume that Boys Town is what it says. And you'll often see European men walking hand in hand with their Thai boyfriend, and you'll see a lot of European ladies walking hand in hand with their Thai girlfriend. You'll also see Thai girls walking hand in hand, but they'll do that just for company. And you'll also see gay relationships in Thailand quite openly. So, you know, if you're gay and you want to go over there for whatever reason, really, don't be shy. It's accepted. Now, briefly, you do get guys going out there, and all they intend to do is see how high a score they can get under the belt. There's a pun for you. On their holiday. I've seen a couple of times. I've seen it. They'll be walking up the road. There's bars on each side of the road, maybe, and the girls in these bars will shout out to them, "Hello, butterfly man," and he'll go, "Oh yeah, all right, you okay? Yeah." I'm thinking, yeah, I was with the girl from that bar the other night. They're not complimenting him. They're telling him he's a butterfly man. He flits from flower to flower. They're letting the girl he knows that he's with, they're letting her know that he's a butterfly man. They're letting all the girls within earshot know that that guy's a butterfly man. And it's not a compliment, so, you know, up to you. And also, when you're in the bars, and most bars have a bell, a brass bell. It's not there for calling last orders. So whatever you do, for God's sake, don't ring the bell. If somebody says to you, "Hey mate, go on, dare you, ring that bell," you ring it, you buy a drink for everybody that's there. And in the bigger bars it can be costly, so do not ring the bell. So there we are. That's about the gist of it. Trying to keep it clean, obviously. There are places in oh, I can see another bit I need to tell you there. There are places in Thailand called goldfish bowls, and it's all behind glass, and you pick a girl behind glass. Also in the massage parlours, some of them are actually straight. It'll say massage only in this massage parlour, and if you want a Thai massage, it can be a bit painful, but you feel great the next day. You really do. Highly recommend it. But it's much the same sort of thing, but in the goldfish bowls, I think you stay there. I'm not 100% sure on that one. But oh yes, here's an important bit. Don't get carried away and over passionate when you're with your bar girl, or you can call your part-time wife for the night. Lots of discreet things like that. Short-term girlfriend or just girlfriend. Don't get carried away in the heat of the passion and give her a love bite, whatever you do. You give her a hickey, love bite, it means that nobody's going to want her until it's gone, and she's going to expect you to compensate her for the earnings lost. So either you've got to stick with her until that love bite's faded and gone, or you have to pay up and look big. And if you argue about it, she'll go and get a policeman, and it is assault. You've assaulted her, you see, and you're going to lose out. So easiest thing, don't give any love bites. Yeah, it's worth remembering that. So if you take a bar girl out, you've got the bar fine to pay to the mama-san, and you'll have a fee to pay to the bar girl. Check the ID card, make sure her age is okay, and take any details you need off the ID card. Photograph it with your phone if you like, gives you a bit of security. Well, there you go. That's about it. If you're not comfortable letting a stranger stay overnight in your hotel room, which is what's going to happen, isn't it? Take her, make sure she gets into a taxi, and pay the taxi, and send her home. She'll be happy with that. And or if she's really sweet, and you want to go the full Monty and get your money's worth, keep her in overnight. Make sure your money's safe, preferably in the hotel, say, and take her and treat her to a nice breakfast the next morning. So that's about it from me, Dave, at the Beaumaris Echo for now. I've no doubt that there's more questions going to come up about this, and forgive me if I don't actually answer the emails, because they might end up a bit long, and it's time, isn't it? I might answer it on here, so you know, if you want to send me an email, I'll keep it discreet. I'm not going to say who you are or anything like that, or if it's just an ordinary what about, stick it in the comments, and I'll try and answer it that way for you. So if you've enjoyed this little blog, give us a like, give us a share, please subscribe. I really need the subscriptions, and hopefully I'll see you on the next vid. You take care. Adhikar.